What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So we have some rather alarming news that's coming out because of new reports that are indicating trouble. And I want to address this because if you are making less than $50,000 per year as a household, this is going to really impact you. So let's get down to what is actually happening. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. But there are a couple things that are happening right now that are truly alarming for the American people, especially those that are lower income. But before I get into exactly what is going on, I want to read you a few comments that were left by community members. And these are very troubling. One person says, and I quote, "Prices are getting so high. I am already unable to buy my medications that I need. And if food prices go up anymore, then I will not be able to afford the food I normally buy. When will this stop?" Another person says, "I can't even shop at Walmart anymore with how much food has gone up. The food there isn't even that good. The sizes are getting smaller, and half the time the food goes bad before I can even eat it." Another person says, "I saw on Fox News that the supply chain is getting better. Does this mean that prices will correct this winter?" Well, here's the thing, and I want to touch on those things. Let's answer the question as to whether or not prices will correct this winter. First, utility bills will likely be higher. They will likely be higher. Oil is going back up. Many expect oil prices come November are going to shoot up. Remember, we are releasing here in the United States 1 million barrels of oil from our Strategic Petroleum Reserve every single day. Okay, 1 million barrels of oil. That ends at the end of October. We also know that there's going to be some cuts regarding oil output. Well, that starts in November as well, right? There's some issues here. We got some issues, which means utility prices are going to go even higher. So the price of your electric bill is not going to be corrected this winter. Then the fact that we are expecting to have a even colder winter, right? Cold, dry winter. Well, guess what? That means your energy bills are going to go up. They're going to be even higher. We know food costs only going up, right? Food's up what? About 10%, 13% year over year. Yeah. Food went up from September, okay, from August to September, food prices went up 0.7%. Annualized, that's over our 8.2% inflation rate. So food is going up faster than inflation. We know housing is going to get more expensive, and overall, our purchasing power is going down dramatically. Things are not going to be corrected this winter. And there's multiple reasons why. First, and this is just pertaining to food for now, but fertilizer, the fertilizer price index is still up over 40% since last year alone. This is actually causing massive amounts of problems for farmers. I personally know a couple of farmers that here on the West Coast, they did not plant their crops this year due to higher prices of fertilizer and the drought that we're currently experiencing. If we're in a drought and you don't have water, well, how do you get your crops to grow? It's very difficult. Speaking of drought, though, got a major issue. The Mississippi River is drying up, and this is a very big problem. The amount of vegetables, the amount of lumber, the supplies, the goods that come through the Mississippi River is so extravagant that if the river dries up, it would cause the prices of all these products to skyrocket. Now, I'm not here to tell you that if we see the river dry up, that there's going to be food will not be transported. There's going to be shortages just all over the place. What I am saying is, if we see the Mississippi River somewhat the river drop, here's the problem: less barges can actually travel through it at the same time, which means food will get backed up. Or the other option is food and other products would have to be shipped by rail and by trucks. This would actually cost much more money. This is part of the problem, but again, this is only one of the issues. And according to recent reports, this year's crops have seen multiple problems with droughts and floods. Just the corn stalk alone right now, just to give you an idea, is sitting at a 12-year low at just 80 consumption days left. Yeah. Now, we've seen it go below that, but that was back in, I think, 2011, right? So, but this is, right now, this is pretty much our 12-year low. And again, experts predict that the food shortages will continue to pile up, food prices will continue to rise, things will get dramatically worse over the last quarter of 2022, which is right now, and the first half of 2023. So we need to buckle down and prepare. Something else that's very alarming, though, is if we continue to see high prices of food and energy coupled with a recession. Think about this. We got high prices of food, we got high prices of energy, and you couple that with the recession, which a recession is likely going to lead to more layoffs, higher unemployment, right? Less income. If this happens, experts anticipate that lower income households will feel the brunt of the impact. We will see households deciding where to spend their money. And this will be a big decision. And let me know if you've ever had to do this as well. But households will need to decide, do they spend their money on food, medications, utility bills, or rent? And at this point, it'll be much less about finding or buying the correct medication, but just getting something that they can afford. It'll be much less about buying the healthier foods for them and their kids. It'll be about buying the largest quantity for the cheapest price. It'll be much less about finding an apartment that is in a safe location and maybe doesn't have bed bugs and roaches and rats and it's falling apart. It will just be about getting somewhat of a roof over their head. That's the problem. That's the problem that we're facing, is people are going to have to decide where do they spend their money. At that point, again, it's not going to come down to, okay, we need to find the best of this or the best of that. It's just, let's just get what's affordable, what we can afford for now. That's what's alarming, is all this is coming because of food and the prices of food, the shortages that we're seeing. It's because of oil and gasoline, right? And just energy in general. Then you throw in the mix of, we're going to have a very cold winter, right? Could potentially be a very long winter. Yeah, prices are going to stay elevated for quite some time. So here's what I can tell you. Things are going to feel as if they're not getting any better. And they probably are not. They're getting worse. But I've said this before, things will get worse before they get better. Things have already gotten worse. However, experts are now predicting it will get even worse from here. So expect to pay more for the same foods that you're already buying. Expect to spend a little bit more for the same medications. Expect shortages of all those things. And expect rents to go up in the meantime. So that's what we know at this time. As always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on and share all latest news and updates. Again, just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure you're prepared. Be ready for for SHTF. And I'll see you guys on the next one.